Former Chrisley Knows best patriarch Todd Chrisley just made a bizarre statement about becoming a grandparent. Fans were taken aback by what he had said, and they could not understand his thought process. So, what was so bizarre about what he had said? Keep reading for more details. Now that Julie and Todd Chrisley have been freed from prison, there is a lot that they want to do. They have been enjoying family time with their children and reacclimating to home. Plus, they have been speaking out on their experiences and what they went through during their 2.5-year incarceration. The couple is planning a move and some new business ventures. Furthermore, their family has a new reality series that is coming up and was initially filmed without them. That has all since changed, given that they are free birds. During a recent interview with Lara Trump, she chatted with Todd, Julie, Grayson, and Savannah Chrisley. She asked the family what was next for them, aside from the obvious. Todd outwardly said, "That was a very odd statement to make, given that he and Julie have a grandson, Jackson. He is the son of Todd's estranged daughter, Lindsay Chrisley, whom Savannah blames for her parents' trouble." Although there are problems between the Chrisleys and Lindsay, fans did not feel Todd's statement was right. More so, they felt it was extremely unfair to Jackson. Savannah had previously said that she wanted to wait to have children and get married until her parents were released. However, she met Robert Shiver, and the two began planning on having a baby. She had frozen her eggs and was just waiting for him to get divorced. Unfortunately, the relationship crumbled, and Savannah is on her own. Yet Todd Chrisley is more than ready to be a grandparent, just apparently not to Jackson. A lot of things that Todd Chrisley has said amid being pardoned and released have rubbed people the wrong way. They feel he has lacked accountability and has an arrogance about him, whereas Julie seems humble and reserved. Yet, after Todd spoke out about being ready to be a grandparent, that was more than enough for his followers to become incredibly disgusted. Some felt it was better that Jackson was not around Todd Chrisley, as they deemed him toxic. Yet, it cannot be ignored that Jackson does not deserve to be excluded or alienated in all of this. The fight is between his mother and his grandparents, so for his sake, Todd needs to think. What is your reaction to Todd saying he is looking forward to having grandkids? Was he being intentionally cruel, or is he just tone deaf? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. It started, as so many strange things do in the Chrisley universe, with a cryptic social media post. A grainy photo of a lemon tart on a porcelain plate, a baby sock perched inexplicably on top, and the caption, "Life hands you lemons, you make legacy." Fans were used to Todd Chrisley's flair for dramatics. The former real estate tycoon turned reality TV patriarch had built a whole brand around being fabulously over the top. But even by Chrisley standards, this was odd. Was it a pregnancy announcement? A dessert metaphor? A veiled jab at his ongoing legal saga? Speculation ignited like a match to gasoline. Chrisley fans, critics, and curious rubberneckers swarmed the internet, parsing every word, emoji, and shadow in the background of the tart photo like it was the Zapruder film. Within hours, #grandparentenergy was trending. The enigma of Todd in the realm of reality TV royalty. Todd Chrisley reigned as a kind of flamboyant southern monarch, a man with an ironclad hair part and a wit as sharp as the tailoring on his pastel blazers. Chrisley Knows best. The show that brought him to the public eye was part sitcom, part family therapy, and part Southern Gothic opera. The family dynamic oscillated between high drama and loving chaos. It was never boring. But lately, Todd's narrative had taken darker turns. Legal issues, tax evasion charges, and time behind bars had shifted public perception. The patriarch who once boasted about controlling every detail of his family's life now found himself under a different kind of scrutiny. So when Todd, currently serving time in a minimum security federal facility, made a statement through a family representative about the miracle of legacy, and hinted that he and wife Julie were stepping into a new chapter, not just as parents, but as guides for the next generation, it felt less like a Hallmark card and more like a coded message from a Southern oracle. No direct speech, no official confirmation, just vague, poetic language and the relentless enthusiasm of Savannah Chrisley posting pink and blue balloons on her Instagram stories. Enter the rumors theories multiplied fast. Chase is having a baby became the prevailing narrative among fans. After all, the Chrisley golden boy had always been charming, impulsive, always seemingly a few decisions away from a tabloid headline. But Chase was suspiciously quiet. Too quiet. Meanwhile, Savannah, the unofficial spokesperson for the Chrisley brand while her parents were incarcerated, appeared to be orchestrating a soft launch campaign of coded baby references. One day, it was a throwback photo of her parents cradling her as a baby. The next, a story repost of a quote about family trees growing new branches. By the third day, she uploaded a 30-second video of a nursery being painted a neutral cream color, set to a gospel rendition of You Are My Sunshine. No names, no details, just vibes. And in the background of all this, the statement lingered. Bizarre, evocative, almost Shakespearean in its avoidance of direct clarity. What we know. And unofficially, the Chrisley family has not named the future parent in question. Todd's statement was more of a riddle, released through his legal team as part of a broader update on his well-being and outlook. Todd and Julie Chrisley are embracing this new chapter with immense joy and gratitude. Read the memo. Becoming grandparents is a spiritual transformation, a reminder of life's cycles and the enduring strength of family bonds. They look forward to guiding the next generation with the same values they've always championed: faith, resilience, and Southern hospitality. Nowhere in the statement was a baby explicitly mentioned. But between the lemon tart, the cryptic metaphors, and a growing collection of baby-related emojis from family members, the implication was loud and clear. They're becoming grandparents. Somehow. The plot thickens. Then came the tabloid leaks. A former nanny close to the family claimed that the baby in question wasn't Chase's, but rather belonged to a non-traditional pathway that ignited rumors of adoption, surrogacy, or, more bizarrely, a frozen embryo from years past that Savannah or another family member was helping bring to life. Others speculated that this could be a media stunt, a rebranding effort ahead of a rumored Chrisley family docuseries focused on redemption, family legacies, and what it means to carry on when your name has been dragged through headlines. Some Reddit threads floated the idea that Todd and Julie were making an abstract point, that the concept of becoming grandparents wasn't literal, but metaphorical. Maybe it's about mentoring the next generation, one user wrote. Or they're writing a parenting book. Who knows with these people? But if it was metaphor, it was the most elaborately choreographed metaphor in reality television history. Chrisley legacy. It would, in some strange way, make sense for Todd to see grandparenthood not just as a biological milestone, but as a brand extension. Legacy has always been his currency. His obsession with appearances, family, and control often crossed the line into satire. Except it wasn't. He genuinely believed in curating every moment. To him, parenting wasn't just a duty. It was a performance. Now, with the possibility of becoming a grandfather, there was a new stage, a new role. And if Todd couldn't be physically present, given his incarceration, he could still shape the narrative. From lemon tarts to baby socks, he was still the director of the show, even if he wasn't currently holding the camera. What's next? Industry insiders suggest that a major announcement is coming. A baby reveal. Possibly. A book deal? Almost certainly. One source claimed that Savannah and Chase were in talks with a streaming platform to develop a Chrisley Next Generation spin-off, chronicling the family's evolution after the legal scandals and the birth of the first grandchild. Meanwhile, fans have embraced the mystery. TikTok is filled with theories, parody videos, and heartfelt messages. Some are celebrating the idea of redemption, that perhaps the Chrisleys, for all their drama and flamboyance, really are a tight-knit family trying to rebuild. Others are skeptical, pointing to the calculated rollout of clues as a sign that the baby announcement is less about joy and more about visibility. The final word, For now, in the end, the statement stands as one of the most bizarre and oddly poetic announcements in reality TV history. It offered no clear answers, just imagery, just emotion, just a lemon tart and a sock and the looming implication of a baby. And maybe that's the most Todd Chrisley way to become a grandfather. Not with a press conference or a People magazine exclusive, but with riddles and desserts and metaphors about legacy and lemons. After all, in the Chrisley world, reality is always a bit theatrical. Life is a stage, family is the script, and Todd, even from afar, is still the showrunner. So whether the baby arrives via chase, savannah, surrogacy, or a twist, no one's guessed yet. One thing is clear, the Chrisleys are back in the spotlight.